for the discerning gentle person.
What's up with it, people? We're back with the Essentials Monthly for May in Europe, and we're still the same people here. Gamma Production, Plunk with me on the mic, and I'm DuMmTm, and we're here to bring you the round 2 matches of the EU Essentials.TF Monthly. And for round 2, we have the match between Neigh Gatling guns, which, given the names, is Brit mix, and on the other hand, we have Gucci Gang, who played with each other quite a bit. I think they made mid playoffs or something along those lines, so they have experience with each other. And this will be the matchup for the second round. Should be a fun little game here as we are just getting people on the server.
Also, shout out to the sponsors, STNTrading.eu. Get your fancy hats, fancy guns, strange guns that are also fancy or unusual hats or taunts. Lots of combinations. It's not infinite, but there's a lot. And also demos.tf, demo service. Demos are uploaded. You can upload your own demos. You can view demos with the demo viewer. Good stuff. We'll go check it out. But yeah, this game was quite close from what we were talking about.
Yeah, it's always tough to say what will be the closest game if you just can't really tell, with people not having necessarily all just pre-established rosters that can be just put into categories of ETF2L levels. But with this, it should be one of the closer games for this round, and it's a little bit of a change of pace. I don't think we have any Premiership veterans in this game necessarily, which is obviously different from what we are usually having here, because we obviously try to have like the highest level, but if the highest level teams are seeded in a way for the early games that they are just happen to play not too close games in the first few rounds, then why not go for something in like the high level category that will be much closer?
I mean, Gucci Gang has played multiple monthlies. They've played.
They have been grinding these out, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's money for them basically. I mean, they usually don't they get like second place or third place once, if I remember. I think my memory serves me wrong.
Yeah, they're turning up every time. They play together like every single month. Our team in ETF2L as well, with most of the players on the roster here at least. So that's a serious effort put in here to improve. And same can be said for at least most of the Brits on the other side, who are like a mixed team out of like 2 different rosters from what I can see here. So they definitely know each other. They have some experience with each other.
Yeah, I mean, we can quickly run through the rosters if you want. Obviously, we've got like Gucci Gang, Z Frosty. We'll know him. He's casted before, I think. Not here, but in TFTV. Good soldier as well. Usually watching him. He's been up every monthly, I think. Most monthlies, I think. Harry O, I think that's Cupcake, I think. And Ellie on demo. O and Harry are on scout. And we need to wait for the whole team to show up. My monitor's not set up correctly. Feels bad, man.
When we have Evilly in chat shit-talking his own team, that will be reported immediately. Because he's not even here playing, he just lets like his team play in his name, basically. What a shame.
Taking the glory. Feels bad, man.
Well, he's just lowering the expectations for everybody, and then they're just gonna destroy Gucci Gang, maybe. He's just pulling the mind games.
Their psychology, boys.
Anyway, we're just getting people in here. It's, at the moment, Snakewater, that could easily change, and who knows? I'd be open for Snakewater. I like Snakewater. It has a lot of stuff going forward on the mid fights. You have lots of options with the team how to approach it, and usually ends up quite fun. That was a pre-game air shot.
Yeah, also, Bell and Gully. No, not Gully. Granary, sorry. I get them too confused because small brain. But, I prefer Snake over the last map we just casted, so if we were playing Snake, I'd be a happy boy.
Well, we'll see if they are still going to change or not. Last people are just now coming, and I sure hope Hedy makes them put up proper nicknames, because I don't know everybody's profile picture. So otherwise, that would be a little bit confusing.
Please use normal nickname smiley face. Helps casters and stream. No memes.
Only it was that easy, Plunk. Yeah, we have 12 on the server, but 7 on one team and 5 on the other. So that's not quite fair.
Sega through 7s.
Well, luckily we're not quite there yet, so yeah, we're just waiting for the last few people. And by the looks of it, we have Gatling guns on red and Gucci Gang on the blue for now.
What are you having for dinner? Or what did you have for dinner? Because there's nothing to talk about, so.
Good segue. I haven't eaten yet. I'm just waiting to cast and then I'm gonna eat. That's the big main play here.
See, I'm an intellectual and ate before I cast. Ordered the KFC, knowing me, got to get that lovely, succulent, not really succulent, but you know what I mean, fast food.
Like in intellectual wood for sure.
It's not sitting with me well, and maybe I'm not the intellectual here. Maybe I'm dumb as shit.
Also, I just realized, since it just came up in the in-game chat here, that the whitelist is a little bit different from the standard global whitelist we have in every league, hence the name global whitelist. A few things are allowed, but usually aren't. It's not too big of a deal, but they make an actual effort to have the proper whitelist. So maybe they want to try out some of the like meme threads that those weapons do allow to happen, which is, if I remember correctly, the Machina, which, I mean, it's just a sniper rifle, but better in like most situations. So like that's not a huge fact of like how to like needing to approach it differently, really. Like once you're in the sideline, you're dead anyway if the sniper's good. So that's not too big of a deal. What is a little bit bigger of a deal is the Fists of Steel, which is allowed for this on heavy, assuming the teams do want to actually use it, which I'd not be surprised if people just don't use it to not have to deal with like putting effort into actually using it correctly or being like the bad guy that uses it actually. But maybe somebody does it just to see if it works and get some concrete evidence if it's a good weapon or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the players need to realize that if they abuse the weapons, they can be changed. Smiley face. Valve like data, and if you give them data, they'll change the weapons. So do it. Abuse
in a year or so.
Yeah, in a year. I mean, it still gets changed, you know. But you can abuse the utter living hell out the weapons. Do what you want with them. Up, you know, shove it up people's arses if you want. It's up to you. You know, just abuse it completely.
Oh, we'll see. For last defense, if the Fist of Steel could come in clutch in situations, I'd not be surprised if I see it for this game, because they did like make the effort to put in a proper whitelist. I'm trying to see what else is allowed, usually isn't. I think the Cow Mangler, which didn't was allowed until not too long ago in ETF Duel, but I haven't seen people use it for the last few months when it was allowed. And people just, I assume people just don't want to get used to the fact that they have unlimited ammo again when they don't have that anywhere else, basically. So just a convenience thing to not use it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, the only weapons that really are banned are just going to be like, you know, broken weapons, and the rest is unbanned. So just abuse it and have fun.
Actually, I think a few pyro weapons are usually banned at the moment because like they got introduced basically or changed heavily in the pyro update, and like nobody was bothered to change that to unbanned again. So the gas blaster, for example, which I don't think is that good to be honest, but we'll see if somebody decides to perma pyro on this. Olga didn't last time, and they were winning confidently. So,
but anyway, it looks like the game has started. They're rolling out. They're ready to go. Gamers are ready.
some people even have proper nicknames.
Hell yeah, boys. Ailey looks like he's faster than Mop. Mop, yeah, get a nice wee sticky out there. Narwhal up top. Looks like maybe getting the soldier. Looks like Jake. He's not going to get it. He's been shut down by the scouts. Gets a nice wee air shot out there into Frosty. The Frosty craters in the end there. The scouts are absolutely just shutting down these soldiers right now. Elliot on the point. Nice wee pipe, but it doesn't matter. Oh, gonna just walk in, clear up. Mop as well. just gonna get
Goes
oh,
down.
right.
Medic taken down here in the end, and they did such a great effort of just slowly taking space away from the blue team, but what does it matter if somebody can just jump your med freely at the end of the mid fight? So mid taken by the red team, but without heals right now, it's not looking too good long term. King already on the push, or Traitor gets taken down by the skill trap that Mob already set up. Oh, on the point of second, can't really cap this up, but Mr. Swivers jumps them on the point, forces the Evo pretty much immediately. So major crisis of the meta averted pretty much, seeing as now a slight advantage back into the Gatling guns hands.
Yeah, looks like it's another wee stalemate a bit. They got cap time on the point, but they did lose Mr. Smithers. Probably, I don't know. But looks like just the usual. They do have, it looks like Neigh do have an uber advantage right now. I hate myself for saying that, but also they're going to be pushing through the wall. Double scout. Ooh, check. It looks like Mr. Smithers checking for any hiders, but no one's there. But Mr. Smithers jumps on the sack, trying to get a wee bit of spam off. Not much coming out. Ellie doing about that. Ellie really weak, in fact. Get a bit of spam thing on him. Scout gets cleaned up by Mr. Smithers, and Nawa goes down his little rocket there. Harry also.
The team is just dropping people everywhere. The blue team just slowly approaching them, despite the fact that all the red team had to do was not to get forced, and they played really nicely into that. They just like found the picks off the heels, take them out. Soldier deep in wants to get the force, but Greenweb staying completely safe. There's spam now, and Sticks shutting them off of exit, so they're forced approach here on mid. And Mr. Smithers goes in, takes a lot of damage, deals quite a bit in return, gets an arrow, stays alive. Just a second mid-fight with both teams having Ubered and Yujiang already one down. The scout just pushing across aggressively, and they're taking out Darwin, forcing the enemy Uber quite a bit later, but not tremendously much. They're trying to escape, but they're dropping people as well. And now just a huge mess of a fight on a point, and the scout are completely alone. Eventually the rest of the blue team arrives, but can they help this situation?
Also, there's a Vosty tactical for the bomb there, but Soldier just caught me. He's going to create again on mid. The fight's still going about. It's dead scrappy this mid there, but both scouts are trying to take it. They're going to get, they don't have the player advantage right now. They're still shooting them, holding them back. The Soldier comes in, gets nice wee rocket on Harry. Narwhal extremely weak, also gets pistoled down with the quick voice pocket pistol. They're going to get out through Saw right now. Ellie extremely weak as well. Oh my.
Clutch winner, but Focus Fire was sticky trap. It gets the medic. Green Web goes down, and they were just feeling so confident to just walk in there, but the free pick suddenly means so much less. Scout goes down as well. Mob still fighting against the Frosty. Ooh, nice pipe, actually wins that. And the last few survivors on red team are actually scary enough to prevent a quick push, and they're trying to get the Uber out of Ash's hands as well, but that's not going to work just yet.
They now do have Uber. I think it's a full ad, in fact. Maybe my HUD's broke.
Yeah, with Greenweb getting killed by a sticky trap, Ash has his Uber, and Greenweb just now approaching on 10%, so far from having a difficult situation. Obviously, we still need to watch out for potential force. Ash is all alone, but somehow doesn't get approached by anyone in kitchen, and blue team has entered successfully. Still not quite over here yet. Out on the back cap, while everybody else just really back into Saw. But with the back cap starting, they're trying to throw stuff on the point. Jake goes down, gets the force though. Is it enough? They still need to play the point. So Frosty actually blocks the backup as well while the point is being capped. So all two plays for the red team, getting gun prevented entirely, going 3 down. And Uber advantage Sunday doesn't mean too much for at least a little bit longer, while Yujiang can really take the second point for now. The scout is a little bit overextending here.
Yeah, no, a bit too far, but they do cap second now. Although losing a scout, Narwhal, sorry, losing a scout. I am tuned to the moon right now. Looks like they're going to try and contest now. Soldier going to be jumping in. Nah, he's going to rethink that, but looks like Plunk just going to walk across on Shack, try to get the scout denied. Traitor just going to run up out through the low, but the Uber was forced by Harry. Nice little force there by him. They're going to try and get out through the low right now, whilst they still have they're going to get a nice wee Uber advantage out of that, 70% on like 60.
Yeah, and blue team just immediately on the K. They want to push in quickly. Mr. Smithers is on Ash though, wants the force. Can he hit the hook? Yes, he can. They go 3 down, but they get 2 in return, including the medic. Sure, they're still stuck on last for a little bit here, but at least it's not going to be a roll into last. They can take a little bit of a briefer here. Traitor is just in. He doesn't want to wait. Bob is hitting these pipes. Easy for him. And crisis averted with no pick on the medic speed can at that point.
But now looks like they're just going to be waiting. Oh no, there's the Frosty's hiding just outside low right now. But they are going to be building on last, no, not last, second they are building. I am hearing things in the wrong direction today.
We have a traitor on sniper, and with the red team just pressure to push out here because of the Uber advantage, they potentially will just play into the sniper sideline more than they think they want to. So Frosty also threatening a backup in a low area, taking a fight with Jake. If he loses that one, though, on red team is actually managing successfully to just get back on the point. Traitor not quite hitting the shots right now. But Green Web gets taken down by the sticky trap.
That's the second time now he's been taken out by Ellie's sticky trap. So no one's watching out for it right now. That's a full Uber advantage to the side of Gucci Gang. Also, they can just going to walk across this point, feel it now, and only have the backup of Uber. Mr. Siddle's going to get juggled out of there right now. Oh, Uber was close.
Nice jump by Jake. Nobody saw him coming, and not enough to stop him there. So, yes, point is being taken, but again, no quick push into last. For Gucci Gang, this will slow down a little bit again. They're still trying to make some sort of plays here. Seeing that they have the sniper, they might as well just make some space for him. Seeing if he can land some shots. They're trying really hard. Scouts in, soldiers in with the sniper just like supporting them.
Oh, it's the Frosty.
Sideline, and it's a huge mess of a fight. And both teams lose people, but Green Rab going down is the big play here.
Oh my, just another Green Rab is just being destroyed by Gucci Gang right now. He's getting no space to breathe in. He's just getting
the pipes.
Oh, Ellie. Got only one soldier on the point right now. Just trying to bait them in, I guess. He's only cutting about right now on balcony. He's got to go out through the lower. On Lash right now.
By Gucci Gang just making enough of a mess that they just didn't have eyes on the medic for a second, and immediately that gets punished. So big Uber ad for Ash and Co. They get a scout early with a sticky trap, but they need a little bit more than that to completely kill an Uber advantage push here.
Traitor's on the right side right now. He's trying to get a nice wee shot off, but doesn't look like he can get any angles. The soldier's just going to spam him out every time. Oh,
nice shot, body shot, but still lots of damage nonetheless, and it allows them to take so much more space without having to use. But seeing as Evos are close, they can't really waste that much time. They're just trying to throw so much damage across the point. Getting a sentry, not getting a medic really too weak just yet. Greenweb almost has been taken down on the point so much time, and they wanted to fight before just long enough to get the Uber, but which are getting played directly in these expectations and just park themselves on a point before they had.
Yeah, that's a round to the Gucci Gang. That was not a clean round, but it was a good round.
Once they got to last, they definitely had the right place they needed.
Yeah. It looks like maybe Ellie's a wee bit faster. I don't know, just a teeny wee bit faster this mid. But it looks like soldiers jump up top on both sides once again. There's a Frosty going in for the bomb straight away. Oh, he gets the medic. The Frosty gets cleaned up by anyway. But look at that. No, Narwhal. Maybe he can get Mr. Smithers and low. It doesn't look like it. Oh no. Traitor can he? Oh, it doesn't quite get. Neigh. Oh.
Oh, he's just destroying people, and he's on the medic. He's weak though, and Arrow could save him.
Oh no.
And there's two people, it's not looking too hot. Mr. Sewers just jumps, and that is it.
Had to just get it for the wipe. Although the wipe was for like 50 nanoseconds, so...
Yeah, the blue team quitted so much, like directly aggressively into the other team, and sure they got the medic quickly, but not too much else, and it was just slowly going worse and worse from there. Just too many people down too quickly on their own part.
Yeah, it was not a very efficient mid. Not even efficient, not even a good mid in fact for the Gucci Gang, but the Frosty jumps in once again, trying to get the medic getting shut down by the scouts once again. But looks like, what are they playing a bit? Oh, Traitor! Nice wee shot on it all right there. So Frosty getting Plunk as well. They're all just collapsing right now.
Yeah, red team just taking a little bit too much space too early. They're not having the Uber to support themselves with that. Just people taking down one by one once again. We had this before, and Gucci Gang stays consistent at that. Greenweb passes Uber now, and the spawners are coming in, so they look like they want to just walk this in here.
They are going to walk in. Mr. Smithers jumps and gets shut down. He's going to jump in, gets a rock on Ellie. Ellie just by the skin of his teeth still alive right there. Still got a sniper on the side of blue right now, Plunk going in. Trying to get Harry doesn't quite get him. Naturally, he does quite get him in the end of it. But it looks like Narrow doing work down there. Gets green grab at the end there.
Uber advantage push for Gatling guns, just complete turnaround for Gucci Gang to just make it their own push basically. They just wanted to walk this in with the Uber advantage and they just picked up people one by one slowly but surely, and once the Uber faded, it was just pretty much over. Jake in lobby here trying to force the Uber, but can't really find the damage. It's being taken down by the Frosty. And they can keep this advantage for last. They don't have 6 up right now, but with the 1 pick they have, they don't.
Oh, looks like they're going in right now. The Uber has been popped. Rural focusing the sentry, place that goes up, question mark, place that was them. There's only 1 stick in the point right now. They're going to need to get on it soon, take out the heavy, they need to focus the heavy first before they do anything else. They've got a pyro reflecting rockets. It looks like Mr. Smithers jumping in, get his early. Oh no, they're going to need to try and get out. They've got a pyro as well, or the pyro.
Traitor finds the kill on the medic and gets the heavy too. Almost got mobbed. He could have just cleaned up everything there if it wasn't for that pipe.
Oh my.
That came in barely clutch enough, but not too much, since it did still cost their medic's life in the end.
Oh, just goes in 2 shots. Ash. Oh my. No one seen him. No one. Nobody seen him. But Jake, he's quite weak right now, but now under
everybody was immediately on the case to kill the medic once again to make it even Uber situation, if not a small ad again. But 4th place prevented his scout solid down, now solid down. Traitor's just hiding, potentially for the backup, but always there 1v1 fight in the lower area. Who can win this? Traitor's just walking away to last, forcing him to approach that. But they have so much time on that they can block, but the scout didn't go quickly enough.
Oh no.
He just needed to chase Traitor, but he just didn't.
I'm up just outside last right now, just... Oh no. It was a faster round than a last round before that, which was, you know, not interesting. But the way Gucci Gang punishes the other team just for like, just feeding 1 by 1 and just working off that is really good. Like, they're effective at it.
Yeah, we're heading into mid-fight number 3, both teams arriving. Mr. Smithers going in early, but he becomes immediately the target. Gives Jake an opening, but it's not quite good enough. He gets back up. Lots of damage over the point by the down window. And it's complete destruction. Only the Solly is left alive in the end, and they won't stay alive much longer.
Oh my mot. What was that?
That is how you play off the Sollies just distracting more than getting the plays done themselves, basically. Really well done by the Sollies and the Dowerman and everybody else in general here from Gatling guns, and they needed a mid-win like this. Gives them such a big opportunity to get around on the board.
It looks like they're actually maybe going through low right now. They're all grouping up, ready to go in for the push. Any second now, really. Just waiting for the Uber. They have. They're just going to go in right off the bat with it. Scout being popped. They're going to the sentry once again. Scout's going to try and go for the heavy. Harry. Can he get there? Nope, Scout's just going to take the easy route, go on the point, gets shut down by that. Oh my, it looks like there's going to be a complete collapse here on his side of Neigh. Only green rab left. RIP, just hit the kill bind, mate. There's no point of trying, mate. Just hit the kill bind.
He delayed his death so long. Just really not a strong last push. They just didn't get anything with the Uber. No time on the point, no like damage onto anything relevant, and Blue team knew what to do once they had a more comfortable position here once the Uber faded. And as you mentioned, it's really good punishing these sort of mistakes. So big Uber advantage now for Ash and Co onto mid. Green Web just now spawning obviously has barely any buffs on his teammates.
Yeah, they're going to use less echolocation and kind of just use the monitors and stuff. So it looks like there's a Frosty going in for another jump. Just getting the soldier off the platform to begin with, which is good enough. Doesn't necessarily need to do any damage. It gives enough room for his scout to take the upper part. They're just going to walk on the points. So Frosty going in deep through lower. Doesn't spot Jake. He gets out scot-free.
And they also, despite it being a 6-man push from balcony, they actually made a good job of checking every possible entrance to not get back up and found people pretty effectively there. So no risk being taken, and speaking of just that, with Uber dis ad of 30% and 2 players down, equally no risk being taken on Gatling guns. They're just moving back to last, getting this Uber as quickly as they can and setting up a mild defense, heavy with the Fist of Steel as we mentioned, and out for this cup, as well as the Pyro class. which in theory at least sounds like a lot of fun to put into.
Oh, it looks like now I guess Jake. That's a nice wee pick there. Soldier is down. They only have a heavy and pyro. That's going to be a not going to be fun to push against. And a sniper now.
Well,
The heavy's gone.
yeah, the heavy's gone. Snipers here, so a little bit of switching, and also engineer back on the field again. So more classic lineup it is now. They clearly didn't feel comfortable with trying out things that they are not taking risks, doing what is more common on a last defense, which is just sentry gun comfortably planted on the left side with a sniper putting
Oh
up the
wait,
pressure.
Cupcake's using the Sydney Sleeper. Hold up, boys.
Yeah, that is also allowed. They're just like pulling out a mean after
They're
another.
going all in with this. Oh no.
But in the sniper versus sniper fight, it might actually not do that much since it's still capped at 150 damage, and the buff sniper should survive it, and he does, and there we go. That is the trade-off you have when you're taking that weapon into the fight.
Ooh, nice wee pick on Crater right there. But Narwhal still sniper on the right side. Looks like that's. Ooh, doesn't quite get the med, misses the shot. Oh, gets the sentry instead. Not really. You know, it works. It does work. Well, looks like they're all just going to let both soldiers go down.
Makes such a big opening, and the sniper just barely gets into spawn in time, switches back to scout. Out onto this mob is just going into them, wants to take an exchange. But Ash doesn't have the pop first here, which does help DuMmTm quite a bit. Spawners are not quite up yet, but they might just barely in time. Still, huge collapse on the point. Medic already taking down Pyro's weak, but the red team is just pushing aggressively. Solly's back up in the fight as well for the Gatling guns, and they're dealing damage. But is it enough? It's not looking good numbers-wise. They don't have field, but the blue team is already out. Not wanting to take a risk here, and they clearly could have won this if they just wanted to quit. And here they are back again, coming in. Nice arrow. And it just missed the service on the point.
Oh my.
I almost thought they didn't realize that just two people without heals on the fight, but at some point they thought to themselves, hey, wait, I'm in the best class and I have heals, why not take the fight?
That was again, get your gang punishing, you know, just picks. They need, once they get the pick, they can just keep on rolling. It's kind of, you know, the usual thing, but they're very effective at doing it. They're very aggro when it comes to lasts. Or in
The
general.
Frosty is just immediately hits two good shots, but not quite good enough. Gets helped out by Ellie though, so he gets a counter frag for his
Oh,
death.
Ash goes down.
So early. As well, Green Web gets taken down now as well, so they make a good job of keeping it equal. And now it's just a fight 3 red versus 2 blue. Traitor left alone now, wants to take the fight against them. See if he can make this any better, but it's not enough.
Oh. Mids, questionable. Everything else fine.
High expectations from the scout lane here.
As high expectations. But you know what? I have no right to talk about mids, especially on Snake Water. Is the Frosty holding on the pipe right now? Going to jump in for whatever reason, but no, he's not going to jump. He's just going to divert his course away from that. Some aerospace words, I think. I just said, not even aerospace, aeroplane words. Words that use like that. Anyway, they're not going to push across the point right now. Harry going through Saw, in fact. Maybe try to go for a wee flank through Windy by the looks of things. Oh, he goes in for the bomb. Oh, what a surf from Green Rab right there.
He kind of needed that. Like, when they were going into second, he just kept peeking the sniper sideline, trying to arrow the sniper and still actually staying safe. So, gets double lucky here, and with that they have kills for tension early last push. They don't quite have Uber yet, but have enough advantage to just take some space. They're heavy in the demo momentum, really important here to deal some damage early, and they do just that. Taking down 2 people already. Mob might not get out, he gets taken down by Traitor. And Traitor still doesn't want to stop. Takes fight with Plank, actually barely loses that. But given the overall situation, they already did quite well here, just getting the kills early.
Yeah, they have. They don't. Oh, what's it going to be? Oh, Green Rab forced the pop right there.
And everybody else gets struggled away from him, which just makes this Uber so much worse in comparison.
Oh,
Ash hasn't used it. Jake flanks in, gets the decent force, but blue team still needs to do something with this. And they have 2 people behind to worry about, and they're winning fights right now.
Jake underneath the point. It looks like the scout. Nah, he's not going to take it.
But with the distraction, Gatling guns are trying to recontest, getting a lot of damage into the Frosty. Nice arrow there. keeps him quite healthy. Traitor is also still in, committed. So he making some space. Whole team gets pipe balled in the face. Taking down Greenwell also incredibly. We can't contest it much longer. And there comes the soldier flying in. Nobody wanted to take care of that, and he just flies straight into Greenwell. Taken down. Well done by Gucci Gang for now, but there's still numbers down. I need to be careful. Jake eventually taken down as well, trying to get the counter force onto, or the counter frag onto the medic. So even fight right now. Plunk pressuring the back cap. Doesn't actually go for it, just wants to bang out the fight. While everybody's just coming back forward, and it works quite well for them. They got Ash, but...
Oh, can he get Ellie? Oh, gets a nice wee 2k on the 2 scouts at the... Oh, it doesn't quite get... Oh,
just
gets piped in the end.
gets piped. And Greenweb take damage with this as well, so he's now incredibly weak. With the soldier just jumping
Frost
him.
is just going to jump in, clean up on him, that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Danny DeVito. Oh, did that double his shot? From both soldiers there? What?
Yeah, and there's still one in the fight. They didn't stop yet. But it ends eventually in a trade solely for Demo. Really messy fight. Both teams doing decently well to find an opportunity to get onto the medic. So it ends up a lot of these times just with equal fraggings on both sides. But obviously once you're last, there's not much risk you can take at some point anymore without just giving up the round for free to backups. So they're more or less forced back to last after all of this huge fight on second that like lasted way too long.
Now on sniper with a machina. He's going to get completely shut down with the scouts. No room for anything right there. Misses all the shots he's taken so far. It's hard to snipe, so fair enough, especially on scouts. He's going to try and peek again. Gets the soldier this time. Definite shot there. Right in the dome. Going to try and peek again.
What can they do? It's just a single pick that's not too much. They can try to take some more space, but the spam is there at the moment, so it doesn't make the sniper's life that easy here right now. So they're not going to take the risk. Even the scout got taken down and L'Oreal trying to be sneaky. So that's another pick. So they keep these numbers adds up, but they don't have too much else to say after that at the moment.
Well, Ellie's under right now, getting a bit of spam on the point.
He has a sticky trap as well. He just wants to play somebody. It's a classic position, and in the end, it's a Solly in a completely different area being backed to the sniper sideline. That works out just fine. Spy up on the field right now, not just checking classes, actually committing to that.
Well, the Frosty jumps in, gets hit with a rocket. Oh, Green Rab not going to pop. Good shout.
There's the second jump.
Harry,
good pop by Green Rab, but obviously unfortunate that you have to use in the first place. Still, they have 2 picks, which is an opportunity to make a play, and the Spy is there to make that play. But he reveals himself, won't get the medic got in that moment. That's a pick that you want on the last push, but given the Evo situation, they basically just want to have the force and then see themselves out.
Oh, is it Frosty? Yeah. They got picks, but it's only 2 picks, the same event. It's only a Spy and a Soldier. Not very valuable ones. They're going to go on that either way. They're going to back. Looks like Neigh are out and sorry, now just outside Saw, and they're just going to walk on to second round. Traitor is at least.
I feel like this is such a wasted opportunity. Snakewater second is such a good point to just recontest them to a pushing team. But apparently not today for Gatling youngsters. They're not going to take the risk. But given the Evo situation, I can fairly understand it. They're just waiting for the Evo to play safe here. So that's what they're probably waiting for. Vanilla lineup, which we haven't had in a hot second here. And Solly, straight on the case, gets the medic. Green Wrap down. Really good jump.
Oh, Ash taking a few wee rockets here, but also Mythos Smithers jumping in. Oh, that Barrister just saved. Oh, never mind. Mob just going in with a 3k right there. Oh my.
And he's just completely stuck, doesn't know where to go. Tries to pipe down the scout on a point, but misses. And this is what I meant with Snakewater seconds. This is such a good point to just recontest. The blue team didn't want to leave, but they also didn't have any good position to actually take a fight. So they just got collapsed on completely, and that is the round for Gatling guns.
That was a good round, I enjoyed that. Ooh. I'll drink to that.
Shoutouts to Stay Hydrated bot.
Who's banned?
Not thinking, yeah. Shoutouts again for banning him. Yeah, 5 minutes left with 2 rounds difference. It's obviously possible, but how these rounds went, it's difficult for Gatling guns to make this comeback. Unless they have really convincing pushes and mid-fights from now on.
Harry going in deep, straight in his saw right now. I think the pack was already taken, but nah. Plunk just going to clean him up. Looks like, oh, Jake also getting a bit too aggro there. Pretty boy pocket pistol. Traitor. It's another one.
The control point is being captured.
Ooh.
And
Only
he's
a
just a
scout right
single
now.
scout left, just hiding, seeing if he can sneak up onto Ash.
Yeah, he's
At
going
some
through
point during
kitchen right
this.
now. Oh.
We actually blocks the cap. Gets blown up by the stick stone. Nice
Oh, the
rally.
taunt as
Goes up.
well. The
Our control
taunt.
point is being
While the
captured.
person who didn't even kill him.
It's a yikes.
We have captured the control point.
And yeah, with this bit win alone, they're gonna take second two and all the space in lobby, potentially even more here with the Evo situation, just straight to last. Getting Jake was way too aggressive at that point. Sniper up, but can he hit the shot? Nice solid flank there, gets a lot of damage to people. Can't get him, but huge pipe by Mob to take him out, but Diva pushes still in the waiting sphere, gets put across the point, takes so many lives. It's just a scout on heals and Greenweb not even with the heal beam on his scout. So what is a huge airshot worth if you still lose the round?
Yeah, it looks like they're just crumbling to pieces right now on the side of Neigh. Looks like they've breaking points occurred.
And exactly 3 minutes left. It went from kind of possible to pretty much not possible unless you're the sickest players on the planet possible. So let's see if Gatling guns are just that. And we have Ellie just jumping in but taking down immediately. So they're giving them a little bit of a chance here, but can they actually make stuff happen with this? So far it's looking good. They got the kills early, and we have a Brutus heavy in the corner waiting at it actually get a single kill with crits as well, just in the waiting sphere. So let's see if that can complete.
Oh no.
It's
Heavy
gonna be
crit.
big. They don't even have yet, but they're just contesting second point. And the scouts just blocking them off, killing the medic. Almost
It's
gets
just
heavy
all
too.
last now. It's only oh no, med's on the point. Harry cleans up. Oh, Drake actually cleans up the med. But Harry does get the soldier. It's just heavy on second. Farting about. Doing his thing. Soldier jumps a heavy. They're going through under. Traitor spots him in fact jumping up. Well, it was pretty hard to miss him in fact. Oh, R.I.P. Heavy.
Taking down Frosty in a bad fight against the scout, gets teamed up on by both of them in fact. That's 2 kills they have. Traitor trades out that kill and doesn't quite win it on his own there. But already 4 down with 3 up on the red team. Not looking like too good of an opportunity to stay in here. Obviously it's still a scout on heals, but if he just leaves the heals, he's gonna take the damage quickly and there come the pipes. Dying his way. Yeah, red team eventually takes this point, small ad, but it still crits on traitors and... Or, not traitor, what am I talking about? On just Gucci Gang in general, as Ash is the medic here, I can read, and...
Oh, they're pushing in.
Frosty's contesting aggressively, get nice shots here. Mr. Swervis is breaking through, deals so much damage, but there's
So
no
Frosty
follow-up
jumps
just
in,
yet.
gets a demo, gets green grab as well.
He's
Ooh.
farming right now.
It's only all left. That's a wipe and a half right there.
And with that, just quick push out into second. They have the crits as well to just pop into people, not try to do anything. And this should clearly close out this game, as it's just a minute left. Everybody's just having a good time, and Scouts killing medics is certainly a good time for at least one of these teams.
Boy pocket pistol crits was pop. Unfortunately, nothing came of it, except 2 nice pipes from Ellie. Which
Yeah,
is good
I
enough.
mean, a Scout crit can just do so much if you actually hit your shots, so that's a valuable lesson learned for Traitor today.
Well, pistol RNG smiley face.
I mean, why not just use the scatter gun?
Ah,
That's the better question.
Boy's pocket pistol, health and HP and crits. You know,
That would make
HP
sense if
and
the
crits.
healing would scale with damage, but that's luckily not the case, otherwise that would be kind of busted.
Hmm.
And yeah, everybody's just having a bit of fun. We have a fire on the field as well. Trying to burn some people down and it's mildly working more or less. Gets maybe a scout here, doesn't even get that in the end. 4-1 to Gucci Gang. And that is this map of Snakewater for the round 2.
Good round, but I think we're going to cut it to an ad break now before we go to logs.
Huh? What? What just happened? Ha!
I fool you, no? Tell me, what's the hat? STN Trading, for the discerning gentle person.
All right, there we go, and let's just have a quick peek at the logs of this game. Again, was a really messy game at times, but I think the bottom line is that Gucci Gang just was able to one-up each of the red team's plays every time once it became messy. Like, the match were just like dying all over the place, but like it was always green web dying last, basically. And that is really the deciding factor here.
Yeah, if we look at damage, Ellie and Z, whew, fat damage.
They
Ellie
were
just,
going huge.
yeah, Ellie just under 300 DPM, as well as the Frosty, high damage from both of
How was
them.
the damage per minute in this game so low?
I don't know. I thought it would be higher, especially from Mop. Mop
Yeah.
did quite well.
There were so many fights. I don't understand that. This is interesting. So that's something. Greenweb, I mean, I mentioned like some messy fights that he just ended up dying more in than Ash, but more so than that, there were just some unfortunate deaths like sticky traps as well that just made decent situations immediately turn around to be so much worse for them. And that could have potentially helped them get some more round on the boards, but it just shouldn't be for them.
Yeah, I mean, just Ash just had more Ubers and everything.
I mean, that's easier. It's obviously easier if you like die half as much as the other medic, so
Yeah,
that's where a lot of that comes from.
just everything's, outplayed basically. But is that our time here? Have we got another match? Am I confused? Like,
All right, and we can just have a quick look about what else is going on. This was a full-time game, so lots of matches should be over anytime soon. And with that, we won't have too much time to waste until around 3 matches will start.
oh hell yeah, we've got another slot, lads, boys.
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at the schedule, my bad. But yeah, we're just waiting for the next round, and let's just head into a quick break until the matches for the next round are being generated, and we'll see you on the other side.